So you asked about my recent statements and kind of the backlash from some Esperance supporters, and what kind of statement I would make to them. This is an important question, and I would say a few things. For one, the statement was in the context of a much longer interview, and again, I was asked about how I got to know Club Africain, and once again, that night, when I was understanding the history, I was told that Taraji was formed first, earlier, and sort of with the permission of the French colonial authority. That's all I said. I didn't say, oh, this is a colonialist team, the fans of the team are colonialists, or something. Just simple history that I heard on the first night, right? And of course, I sort of chuckled as I said it because it was kind of a playful nod. As far as my message beyond that, look, I've said it a few times by now. I think that these kinds of rivalries are really fun. I think they're really good for the excitement around the game. I think they're a good outlet for, even just for people who have frustration in their daily life, you know, to be able to take it out in a constructive way over kind of sports rivalries. I've told this story before. One of my very best friends that I've ever had in my life, who passed away some years ago, he was a big fan of the rival baseball team to my team, right? In New York City, there are two teams. There's the Yankees and the Mets. I'm a Met fan. That's probably my favorite team in all of American sports. We have a big game tonight. I would say they're a bit like Club Africain, and that the Yankees are a bit like Taraji, because the Yankees have won a lot more and traditionally have had more money. My best friend was a big Yankee fan, and this was actually a positive in our friendship, because instead of just sitting there kind of bored watching the game, we were always going back and forth at each other. We were always arguing, but it was always in fun and in love. So that's my message, is I don't hate Taraji. I don't hate Taraji supporters. In fact, I left the mosque today on Friday after Salat Juma, and a group of young boys asked me to take a photo with them, and two of them had on Taraji kits, you know, and they smiled and wanted to take a picture, and this is the way it should be, right? More rivalry, better quality of football for all the teams, better competition, and not crossing really dirty lines. You know, that there have been some things said about me that are not true and pretty grimy. And there are things I'm sure that clubbists have said about Taraji that I think also cross lines. Of course, from all sides this happens. Look, I'm in it for fun. I'm in it for friendship. I'm in it for enjoyment and the good of the game. Of course, we take shots at the other team. Otherwise, we wouldn't do it. But it should never cross these personal lines. It should never become violent. And it should never overtake things which are more important. Like the fact that we are all interested in the betterment of the country, Tunisia. I certainly am. Since I've gotten here, it's become a beloved place to me. Many of us share the same faith. This is much more important to me. Many of us, almost all of us, share the same beliefs about the resistance in Palestine. This is much more important. So my message would be that I hope we can rise above these things and still hold a lot of love. Wow, we might hate the other team and hope our team wins. I would always love to brag to my friends that we've beaten them, and not have to see them as enemies.